Hi guys, and welcome back to the Tech YouTube channel again. Today we are going to do an unboxing of the new Asus Rampage 4 Black Edition. This is a top level high-end enthusiast motherboard that supports LGA 2011 socket CPUs and all other goodies that usually come with this platform. Talking about the goodies, first thing that you'll notice on the front of the box is the bundled Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag game. Beside that, this motherboard is fully equipped with a bunch of other features. Although the X79 platform is slowly getting outdated and waiting to be replaced with X99 platform, there is still some story to be told, and Asus reminded us of that with this model of motherboard. Taking a closer look of the box, you can see the board with the transparent panel, as well as the OC panel. Looking on the left side of that, you can see some of the special features laid out, like the already mentioned OC panel, the Extreme Engine DigiPlus power design in its third generation, and the 802.11 AC, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth integration. Let's take a look what's inside of the box. Right from the start we encounter with the user manual, on which is clamped down the coupon with the game key for the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Moving along, there's a ROG case badge and a cable for connecting the OC panel to the motherboard. Four-way, three-way and two-way SLI bridge, as well as one crossfire bridge. 5.25" bay adapter for the OC panel. Wi-Fi Bluetooth antenna. Input-output shield, adapter plate for the 1366 socket CPU coolers, 10 SATA cables, ROG connect cable, Q connectors, and here's the OC panel, more on that later. And of course the motherboard itself. Basically you can use the OC panel to get ease of access to some of the basic features to the motherboard, like temperatures, fan speeds, and more advanced ones like voltages, clock speeds and other overclocking functions. Below the screen there are a few buttons for navigating through the different menus. You can put the OC panel in two different modes in regards of ergonomics and ease of use. The first one is the plain standing mode with a kickstand. You can put it beside your monitor or computer case, probably ladder because the cable connection is pretty short and you still need to route it out from the case to outside. The other option is to install the 5.25" bay with the appropriate bracket. In this case you will only have the flexible 2.6" LCM screen to look on, with some function buttons, but without that main navigation buttons. Onto that more extreme functions of the OC panel, on the left side you will find 4 probe inputs for measuring sub-zero temperatures. Down below you will find the data connection and SATA power connection for the OC panel. Bottom part slides off and underneath it you will find the naked PCB with 4 fan connectors, slow mode switch, pause switch and VGA hot wire and SMB. The motherboard looks really cool, and since this is a special, but not first of its kind, Black Edition Republic of Gamers model, there's not that much emphasis on the red color as much as we are used to see it on other ROG motherboards. The design is really simple, black and grey. Everything is laid out accordingly and the red logo glows in the middle of the motherboard. All in all, from a design perspective, a worthy successor to the existing Rampage 4 Extreme Edition. Right from the start we begin with PCI Express slots, of which we here have full 4-length PCI Express X16 for the 4-way SLI crossfire configuration in X16, X8, X8, X8 speeds. Beside them there are 2 additional PCI Express X1 slots. In the middle of the motherboard there's that lighted logo that we already mentioned. Going back to the bottom part, we encounter the dedicated Supreme FX Black Audio DAC with the rest of the components, like the audio grade capacitors, built-in 600 ohm headphone amplifier with the SNR ratio 120 decibels, beside the high quality op amps. All of this works in favor for the Sonic Radar and DTS Connect sound technologies. Of course, you can see the MEI protection cover and shielding that also glows up when motherboard is on. Top of the motherboard mostly belongs to the LGA 2011 CPU socket and RAM slots, of which there are 8 of them. They can hold up to 64GB of DDR3 RAM, with speeds going along to the 2800 MHz mark if overclocked. Under the passive black cooler above the CPU socket, there are parts that build up the new Extreme Engine Digi+3 power design. 60A chokes and 10K black metallic capacitors will secure stable and high overclocking potential. The cooling and the heat pipes continue on to the back of the input-output panel with additional passive cooler. Going along the side of the motherboard, you will encounter some switches and connectors like the BIOS switch and the direct key switch, USB 3 and USB 2 headers, additional Molex power for powering the PC Express slots and the graphics card. 10 SATA ports combining SATA 3 and SATA 2 technologies. For this segment, a classic set of start, reset buttons and debug LEDs, beside the MEM-OK, slow mode and PC Express switches. Of course, the inevitable 24-pin 12V and 8-pin EPS power connector and an additional 4-pin EPS connector. Finally, going to the back panel and input-output connectors, you will see that everything is in order. With 6 USB 3 connector, it's way above the average x79 motherboard, especially since they don't have it native within the chipset itself. Everything else is pretty much as usual, except those antenna plugs and RG connect and reset buttons. Thank you once again guys for checking out the unboxing of the Asus Rampage 4 Extreme Black Edition motherboard. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you liked our video, leave a comment if you have any questions about the product, and of course subscribe to our TechTick YouTube channel for more content like this, or you can just check out our other video unboxings from before.